Welcome, YouTubers. Thanks for clicking. This is the Marvel Legends 80th anniversary Iron Man. So this is deemed to be the definitive classic Iron Man. And you know what? Everyone's right. I was trying to hold off and buying this Iron Man, and I was tending to lean more towards just narrowing down and buying probably just the X-Men type figures, because there's just so many toys to buy these days, and I'm running out of places to put all these toys. But after watching some reviews and seeing this in person and seeing that I was able to get this at a cheaper price, I went ahead and just sucked it up and bought them. I'm happy with this figure. This is definitely the definitive classic Iron Man. This has got a good size to him. You can see the nice sculpt that he has. Very sleek design. And he comes with a good amount of accessories. I got him, on sale just on Amazon. I used to see him out in the wild when he first came out, but I wasn't willing to pay that extra amount for just this figure. To me, this and buying just the regular figures, I honestly should be the same price. I don't see why you would have to pay $5 more for this figure, but I was able to get it cheaper than a regular figure, so I was actually very happy that I picked him up. So why don't we take a little closer look? So it's not like this Iron Man has a lot of details on it, but the details that it does have are accurate. It's the original drawing didn't have super lot of fancy details, but the sculpt is great. It is representative of this classic Iron Man, and the size is good. If you compare him to the older Iron Man that I have here, you can see the size differential. This Iron Man here on the left, which is a Hasbro Iron Man, I have the actual truly classic head on. It's a good sculpt, but it was much too skinny and small. There's no way that this really fits in Marvel Legends scale in terms of the thickness. You wouldn't believe that this is a man inside a suit just based off of the size of things. While in this Iron Man, it goes a lot more with that size. So, usually I wait for towards the end to do size comparisons, but let's just bring out some other figures to compare them to. So you can see this is the Vindicator figure, and this Vindicator figure towers over this classic Iron Man on the left and just gets knocked down and falls down. Awesome. So let me just sit him there. There we go. So if you compare, me just knocking down things, this Iron Man's getting jealous that I'm saying that he's small, so he's just knocking over the other figures. So you can see how small this Iron Man truly is. I mean, you even compare him to Logan over here, who's a short figure. Yeah, he's taller, but he is super skinny. And if you compare him to a Spider-Man, Spider-Man's meant to be skinny. And he's just as skinny, if not skinnier, than Spider-Man. So, super skinny. There's no way that there is a man in a suit in this one if you're looking at regular Marvel Legends scale. So this was a very needed upgrade from this to that. But he's got his little discs here on the side. Everything is very accurate to the original Iron Man. Now mine has some scuffs here for whatever reason, but looks like he got scratched up on something. It was probably the packaging. Oh well. But he looks good. He comes with 2 interchangeable heads. This head is my favorite one. It is the ideal classic Iron Man look for me. It's nice and smooth. I don't know where this shaped head comes from, but I'm assuming it's accurate to the comics from somewhere. I just don't like the angles and the way it looks, but I'm sure it's accurate. And then there is the Tony Stark head, which has fallen down over here. And this Tony Stark head looks really good off of the Iron Man. Now, the problem is the way it sits, and then again, it's also the size of his head compared to this helmet. Like, I'm not sure if I'm buying that this guy's head quite fits in this helmet, especially the way that this head sits on this body. So let's go ahead and look at it. There I go, dropping stuff again. That was Iron Man's head falling to the floor. I'm just gonna pop on Tony Stark's head. And let me mash it down really good to make sure that I've got it going down all the way. So it just looks funny. So when I mash it down all the way, there's like no chin, or very little chin room there. Oh no. And then here you can see that there's still room. Oh, I'm not sure if you can really pick me up well in the camera, but there's gaps there. You know, this could go down farther, but it just doesn't. And then if you do shove it down farther, that's just gonna make this limit even more. So, not a big fan of the head on this body, but probably would look good in a suit, and I guess we'll try that at some point in time. Not in this video though. And if you want to take a look at this other head, we'll pop this thing on. Again, it's just a weird looking head to me. I don't know. It looks like almost looks like Ultraman from the Japanese TV shows. But yeah, I don't like it. I'm glad to have it, but I'm never going to display him with that head. This is the head for me, other than my wife. All right, so he comes with 2 sets of hands. One open hands for shooting blasts, and I might as well show you that. So you can attach these little blast effects here, and these are nothing new. You've seen them in other Iron Man before. They've given it to us, and they're fun to play with. If you have more than one, you can attach them to the feet as well. But looks great. You can even attach these bigger blast effects. So attach this here, and rinse and repeat. Attach that. So you got an even bigger blast effect. So that looks pretty awesome. I probably wouldn't use that for his hands. I think these small ones look pretty good. I don't know. You can see the big size difference by adding that extra base of a blast. So these open hands, they don't flex at all. They're just spinning in circles. So you can see if I remove it, right? They don't bend. That's just one piece there that spins around. The fisted hands, however, let me just put on the fist. Here's his right fist. His fisted hands do bend. I'm not sure really why you need them to bend this much. They do bend. And I guess it gives you just the ability to do some more stylized poses in terms of punching, maybe. Who knows? But, you know, I like accessories. If they're going to give it to me, I'm happy to take it. So I think that goes over all his accessories. We went over his 2 heads, his 2 sets of hands, and blast effects. So that leaves his articulation. Well, I guess let's just go over paint real quick. There's 3 colors of paint on here. There's this white here, there's this gold, and this red. It's a nice red. It's like almost like a candy apple red. So pretty sexy. I told you here, mine got all scraped up here. I'm fine with that. Not a big deal to me. Just some metal damage to me. Alright, so articulation. Head sits on a ball peg with hinge, so it can look up that much. Can look down really well that much. You can obviously look side to side. And does he have a little bit of attitude? There we go. A little bit of attitude. Does he suffer from turkey syndrome? A little bit. Goes back and forth. But it's acceptable. It's nice. His shoulders are ball and sockets. And they go up that much. So about 90 degrees. They go all the way around. He's got biceps swivel. He's got double jointed elbows, and you can go up about that much. Let's see if I can get any more. Let's go here first. Well, so depending on how you do the articulation, I think that's about as much as you're going to get from him. So it's greater than 90 degrees. That's pretty good. It's got ab crunch. You can crunch forward that much. Crunch back that much, which is great for if you want them to be flying around. So that's nice. So this isn't actually even painted. This is just the plastic. If anything, this gold is painted. Not sure what the base color is based off the scratches. It's hard for me to see through it. Obviously, this is, I don't know if it's just another layer of gold underneath. Whatever. But back to the articulation. So he's got waist twist. He can not kick back that much because his butt gets in the way. He can kick forward less than 90 degrees. And can he splits? So decent amount, about that much. Not that you really need Iron Man to be doing the splits. It's got a thigh swivel. Mine is tight and open. There we go. So it's got a thigh swivel, double jointed knees, and you can nearly kick his butt. Does he have boot swivel? I think he does. I think I'm gonna break him if I try it. It looks like he should have boot swivel. I'm sure if I heated it up, it would be there. But I'm probably not going to try to break this figure for you right now. He's got forward, backward, pinford, rocker, ankles. So he's got basically all the articulation that you need for Iron Man. So he looks great. I like him. Do I need him? Yeah, if I really want the classic Iron Man. I'm not really much into collecting all these Avengers anymore. I mean, there's just so many of these toys now. I really am an X-Men and X-Factor fan, so I'd prefer to limit myself to those if I had a choice. Well, I do have a choice, but because of my type A personality, I'll probably keep on buying all these things. So I think if you can get them on sale for sure, pick this guy up. He's on sale at Amazon right now. You can get him at least for like $19, if not more, or even cheaper. I'm not really seeing him in stores anymore, so you can pick them up online. So I hope this helped. So if you've been on the fence about picking this guy up, I say just pull the trigger and get him. All right, have a good one. Thanks for watching.